by way of what you call UFOs. They show you that, like in that movie Independence Day.
Right.
Okay, War of the Worlds. They're gonna come back as a supernatural force in those those spacecrafts called chariots, shooting laser beams. He gonna come back and destroying this place. Mm-hmm. And Yahweh Shai gonna come back in the mothership. Okay? Because Ezra said that the chariot or that craft that Yahweh Shai was in was so big that it looked like a mountain floating in the sky.
Yeah.
That's the best way that Ezra could describe it in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, man.
Yeah, okay. He said he tried to find the place where the mountain was carved out, but he couldn't find it.
Yeah. So he described it as a mountain. You got chariots that have been spotted that is bigger than the earth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that, what's the name of that movie? That documentary. It's a documentary with the actor Dan Aykroyd, right? I forget. It's something about UFOs.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But you just type in Dan Aykroyd UFOs.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
You can find it, right? But they had this when they're working out on the space station, right, and out in space, there's this thing called a tether. It's like a long, skinny cylinder type ship, vehicle, right? Now that tether is about 12 miles long. It looks long and skinny, kind of like a cigarette, you know, and it's about 12 miles long. They said they had the chariots going all around this. They were pulsating and stuff like that. And one of the chariots was like about it was so big. It was about like 3 miles wide. You know, so that's showing you the size. You know.
Yeah, man.
The size of the ships, man. Chariot.
All right, brother.
But it says Isaiah 47:4. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. You know, because the Chaldeans were the ancient priests and witches of ancient Babylon. You know, nowadays you have the what they call the Council of 13, which the Rothschild are the Rothschilds' personal witches. You know, and they have power on the left hand side through Satan. And they have power, you know, they have spiritual power on the left hand and all of that, you know. But that's why the so-called white man is so proud, because he trusts in that power. But that power is not as mighty as the power of on the right hand side, power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So it says, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms. Right, that's talking about America. You know, at one time America was the greatest nation on the planet, the world's most greatest superpower. You know, the best kingdom in the world. It was called the Lady of Kingdoms.
That's right.
But now it's deteriorated to being the largest debt nation on the planet. You know, America is the biggest debt nation on the planet because they don't manufacture anything. You know. They import everything and they don't export products. So they're not called the Lady of Kingdoms anymore. It says, I was wroth with my people, I polluted mine inheritance. That's talking about the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, you Native Americans. You know, the Lord was angry with the Israelites for rebelling against him and breaking his commandments. So the Lord put us into captivity under our enemy. Our enemies, our main enemy is Esau, the so-called white man. So the Lord was wroth with us, and he polluted his inheritance. It says, and given them into thine hand. You know, that's the only reason that the white man was able to take us, because we were given into his hand by the Heavenly Father, by the Lord. It says, thou didst show them no mercy, upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. You know, when the so-called white man took us down, he didn't show mercy, man. He was killing old people, young people, you know, children.
And that goes back to 70 AD in the ancient world in Jerusalem. Yeah. When they cut off the Romans, which is the same white man, the same so-called white people. They're just back in different bodies in a different part of the world, but that's them same spirits reincarnated back on this side of the world. Going back during the time of the conquest of so-called the Americas, and the slave trade all the way throughout the 60s when they was lynching and killing niggas during the so-called civil rights thing, all the way up until present day. These are the same so-called white people. They didn't show no mercy on the Israelites. None of the tribes, man. So when the time comes, they gonna totally resurrect that old spirit, man. Okay, for you dumb niggas out there like Polite and you Afrocentric niggas that's into the saying the white man ain't the devil to you and hey, things are cool. Nah, that's how things used to be. Back in the 60s, they were spraying us with water holes and letting dogs loose on us. But the white people now, they're not like that. You got niggas that walk around and really believe that.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Come on, man. We got a black president now. Look how far we've come. Things ain't like that no more. You guys are stuck in the past. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna get a royal shock, man.
Rude awakening, yeah.
Because this so-called white man, it says in the scriptures, he gonna show you by the time this thing is all said and done that he is the devil. Y'all gonna know, all you Israelites, even the 2/3. Even you 2/3. By the end of this deal, you gonna know the white man, so-called white man, is the devil, man. The so-called white man. You gonna know that he's the devil. Okay?
And thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever.
That's talking about America, the so-called white man. That's the pride of thine heart, and Obadiah have deceived thee. Y'all thinking y'all gonna rule. That's why that the Most High give you these technologies, and you thinking that you're gonna use these technologies to defeat the supernatural forces of Yahweh and the angels when they come back. With your technology, man. Go ahead, brother.
It says, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart.
That's right. That's why these devils are doing all the wickedness that they're doing, profaning the Most High's name by all the wicked. That's why the white man is doing all this wickedness. Sex changes and experiments, trying to figure out the creations of the Most High. Because they think that they're not going to go down. Because them demons are lying to them. The Illuminati is deceived, man. That's why it says in the scripture, in Obadiah, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. Showing you that it's talking about, because Esau, we pushed you up into them rocks of the Caucasus Mountains of South Georgia, Russia. It was so-called blacks that pushed you into them damn mountains. And y'all dwelt there for a couple of 100 years. And when y'all started coming out of them caves of the Caucasus Mountains and filtering yourselves back into society, so to speak, and then y'all started taking over slowly. Okay, it was a gradual process.
Yep. That's why you're called Caucasians.
That's why you call yourself Caucasians.
Which means cave dwellers.
That's right.
It says,
and that wasn't no 50 million years ago that you white people were living in caves, Neanderthal man. That was just a little over 1,000 years ago. A little less. A little less than 1,000 years ago that y'all was in the caves, man. Okay? So, don't believe that hype. Talking about that was the prehistoric. No, it wasn't. That was a little less than 1,000 years ago that these so-called white people were living in caves, man. Like animals. And who put them in the caves? They wasn't always in the caves. They don't come from the caves. Right. Then you got niggas that say, some of them so-called African-centric niggas, the white people come from caves. No, they don't. They come from Mount Seir.
They had their land, yeah.
In the Middle East.
Mount Seir, yep. It was right below the land of Judah.
Right. They lived pretty much in the same region. They come from the same region we do, just a different land. Okay? Yeah. Go ahead, brother. Oh, we got the map. I'll bring it out on the map.
Yeah, I got the map right here. I'll bring it a little closer.
That's right.
The camera can see it, hopefully. Right here. Here it is. You see the land of Judah. Right here is the land of Edom.
Is it north or south?
It's south. South.
The land of
right here is the land of Edom.
Mount Seir
and
is south.
You have Mount Seir right
it's
here.
South of the land of Judah. So these devils, they live south of us. Judah and Israel and the other tribes, man. Okay? Yep. Who's Judah? You so-called Negroes. You the tribe of Judah. So them crackers went back in the ancient world, and what you would call so-called biblical times, that's where the so-called white people did. They were our neighbors.
To the south, yeah.
They went to the south of Judah and the other tribes. Yeah. Okay? You understand?
Yeah.
So it was Judah. It was Judah primarily that pushed them into the caves.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah, the name of the map is called Palestine as Divided among the tribes of Israel.
That's right. The Edomites were up in there. But we knew, and we knew that Esau was our wicked brothers. But the Lord did. We knew that they were our brothers because they descended from Jacob as well. But they weren't of the chosen. And the prophecy told Rebekah that when she was giving birth to Jacob and Esau.
Yeah.
That Jacob was going to be the one that the Most High was going to deal with. And his descendants, not Esau. Okay, let's read on a little bit more.
Okay. It says, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart.
All the wickedness that you so-called white people are doing, that you devils are doing, you didn't think one day that maybe you was going to have to ante up for all the wickedness that you did to us, man. And not just us, all the wickedness you did against the Most High. Putting up the Most High as being a white man, his son, Yahushua, as being a white man, blaspheming, all the wickedness, destroying the Most High's earth that he created. Okay, read on, brother.
Neither didst remember the latter end of it.
That's right, because y'all didn't think that one day you devils, you so-called white people, was going to end up in when you had the Negroes in slavery, when you had the Native Americans in slavery on the reservations, and all that wickedness that y'all could conceive, and that y'all was doing to us, y'all didn't think that maybe one day these people, that the tables are going to turn, and that this shit's going to happen to us.
Yeah.
When you was whipping Negroes in slavery and having your way with the so-called Negroes woman, and when you was slaughtering Native Americans and having your way with the Native American woman, you didn't think that maybe one day that shit going to happen to you. You didn't think that maybe one day we're going to have you in slavery, be whooping your back, and we're going to see the Edomite woman, the so-called white woman, and have our way with her. Shit, we damn near could do that now. But that's the Lord bringing you down. And the fact that you got all these so-called white girls now that's into Israelite men, meaning the so-called black man and the Latino man and the Native American man. The white woman is all into being, you got all these little white girls out here, even amongst the celebrity world.
Yeah. Yep.
All these little hot and ass white girls, they want to be with the black man. Or they want to be with the Native American man. You go to a powwow and you see all kind of Native American brothers, Gadites or Reubenites with white women. The white woman want these little white girls want to come to the powwows and I'm very interested in the Native American culture. They find one of them tontos out there. They go on the powwow and they find one of them bow and arrows over there. I'm really interested in learning your culture. And if she's an attractive woman, that brother, that bow and arrow, he's gonna, I'm gonna fuck this white bitch. Okay, yeah, I'll teach her my culture. Yeah, he's gonna teach her the culture, all right.
Yeah. Yep.
First lesson, I'm gonna teach you what a cool stick is. That's like an Indian. That's like Indian humor. Cool stick. Yeah. Let me bring you in my teepee and show you my cool stick. That's the only thing. That's the only thing about the culture you can teach her. Yeah. Okay. Y'all get it. Y'all get what a cool stick is. Okay. Count cool in their ass, man.
Yep.
In the tent. Okay.
Isaiah 47:8. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures.
That's here in America. And 2/3 of Israel, y'all giving the pleasures too. So that pertains to y'all too, man. Read on.
That dwellest carelessly.
That's here in America. The 2/3 of Israel and the other nations that are here, man. Y'all not thinking about a destruction coming. Case in point, when your holidays come up, you engulf yourself in these holidays, man. And New Year's just passed. Y'all was all down in Times Square, as cold as it was, partying. Y'all wasn't thinking about no destruction going on. People were all over the country partying, man, indulging, drinking, okay, doing whatever it is you do, having your parties all over the place. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! You might be dead tomorrow. Yeah. I'm pretty sure a lot of people died. You have people that celebrated that night and probably died the following day. New Year's Day, they dropped dead or got killed or something like that. Yeah, Happy New Year!
Yeah. An hour after New Year, there was the first murder recorded in Queens.
Oh yeah?
Right, an hour after 12 o'clock.
Somebody got shot.
Yeah, somebody got shot.
Spirit is telling me it was probably a nigga. Because you niggas don't know how to act. On New Year's, a pastime for a lot of you niggas is to shoot your guns in the air.
Yeah.
Back in Brooklyn, when I was living in Brooklyn in the early 90s, that's what everybody did.
Yeah.
All the niggas in the hood that had guns, they go on the roof and shoot their guns off in the air.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All right, go ahead, brother.
Says, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside
And
thee.
that's funny. They shoot their guns in the air. So pretty much, all them niggas, a lot of them niggas, they made it to the new year, but a lot of them was going to die. That was going to be the year that a lot of them got taken out.
Yeah.
So they're celebrating their own death.
Yeah, guns.
You celebrating your own death.
Beautiful.
Happy New Year, getting drunk and high, but not knowing you're going to die.
Yep.
Okay, this is going to be the year I get taken out. A lot of you don't think that way, especially you women. I was talking to a woman on the phone the other day, and we were supposed to meet up, and I said, well, God willing, if I live to see tomorrow, then she got all bent out of shape. No, don't say that. Don't say that. That's not this. Don't say that. I said, look, bitch, this is reality. I said, the Creator, God, I could die in my sleep tonight. So I always say, God willing.
Yeah.
You know? People are proud. It's the Most High is the one that makes you take each breath in the next minute. I don't know if I'm gonna be alive 5 minutes from now, man.
That's right.
I don't know if I'm gonna be alive later on tonight, man. You understand? It's all about the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Go ahead, brother.
That sayest in thine heart, I am.
But you know what? That's Esau. That we read in the scripture. They don't consider the latter end. People don't think about Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. They don't think about the Most High. They're just proud. They think that they go by their own will. Okay? That's the way of America, of Esau, the so-called white man. Go ahead, brother.
That sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me.
That's Esau. That's talking about the so-called white man. Pretty much they're putting their stuff up with the Most High. Because the Most High said that. He said, look, there are no God, I am He, and there is no gods with me. The Most High said that.
Yep.
So pretty much Esau is saying, look, I'm the Most High.
I'm a God. Yeah.
I'm a God. Okay, go ahead.
I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
Yeah, meaning the so-called white man saying he ain't gonna lose his power structure. He ain't gonna lose everything that he created, his children, all the things that he gave birth to. They're not gonna lose their prosperity and their power. That's pretty much what that means, what they're saying. That's Esau, the so-called white man. That's why Esau boasts with his technology,
Yep.
going back to the elites. They gonna set up this new world order, what they gonna do.
Yep.
They got it all planned out, but the Lord is gonna cut them short. Right in the midst of them trying to feed themselves, man. Read.
But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day. The loss of children and widowhood.
That's right, meaning a lot of you so-called white people are gonna be getting put to death in the race wars, in the famines that's gonna come. But ultimately, when these other nations declare war, when they send those missiles in one day, because it's only going to take 1 day, an hour to wipe away America, and y'all going to lose it. Your American dream is going to be done.
Yep.
Okay? Come on, brother.
It says,
A lot of you crackers, you're going to lose your wives and your children. It's already happening now. A lot of your sons and daughters are dying in these wars in the Middle East.
coming home in body bags.
Coming home in body bags, man. Okay? Come on.
They shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorcery.
That's right. All this witchcraft you're doing, all that so-called science, the technology, that's really witchcraft, man. It's really witchcraft. So, all that, like I said, all your technology and your sorceries and all that evil and wicked, all the disease warfare that you're committing upon the so-called people here in this country, primarily us, that's all going to backfire. But the Most High, Yahweh Shai, is going to destroy all that and then destroy you here in America. Now, the ones of you so-called white people that's in these other countries, the other parts of the earth where the missiles are not going to actually hit, y'all the ones that's going to go into slavery. And then the ones that die here in America, there is such a thing called reincarnation in the Bible. Y'all going to be reincarnated back in the new bodies. So we're going to ultimately get y'all anyway. So y'all not getting away. You so-called white people here in America, y'all going, unless you leave here, y'all going to all die ultimately in the missiles. Every last one of you. But your spirits are going to come back in the earth.
We're going to get you.
You're going to be reborn in the earth as newborn babies again, and you're going to be born again through the ones that we get in captivity. Starting off with the elites. The elites are the ones we're going to really, y'all going to be the first batch of slaves.
First fruits of slavery.
All you elites, and you're going to bring back all the rest of the Edomites that die in this major destruction, this major war, this nuclear destruction, man. Come on.
And for the great abundance.
So ultimately, we're going to get every last single so-called white person is going to taste slavery. Why? Because every last single Israelite tasted slavery at one time or another. We all tasted the bitterness of slavery. That's why during the Passover, we partake of the bitter herb, man. Because it reminds us of the bitterness of slavery. Primarily, that particular slavery of Egypt. But you know what? That bitter herb is symbolic of all the slaveries that Israel have encountered from Egypt on until now. But this is the bitterness, man. Hey, Lord willing, if the Lord permits me to make it to see the Passover night, I'm a partake in that bitter herb. You brothers, when you do the Passover, man, y'all supposed to eat that bitter herb, man. Eat it all as me, eat as much as you can. Well, number one, it's good for you, number one.
Yeah.
It opens you up inside. But hey, man, because brother, this shit now we going through now, this is bitter. This is super bitter, man.
Yeah.
This is a bitter pie, man. All the hell that we catching, especially the ones of us that's really firm for the real truth. Okay? We got every demon in hell coming against us, man. So this is a bitter captivity, man. And we want it to be over. That's why we pushing the prophecies hard. Because we can't wait for all the prophecies to come to pass. You guys that ain't pushing the prophecies, because it's like you're trying to pretend that if you don't talk about it, then it don't exist. Out of sight, out of mind policy.
Yeah, basically.
Because y'all love America. Y'all really don't want America to go nowhere. Why? Because you're wicked. Okay?
Got a precept for you?
Okay, read the precept.
This is Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken. Thou shalt make thyself naked. Yeah, which
one cup. Okay, well, you got it. Go for it.
Yeah, like the cup is talking about slavery, all right? Because that's the cup that the Most High gave to us. And the scriptures tell you in Psalms that the so-called white man, he's going to have to drink the dregs of the cup, all right? And that cup is symbolic of captivity. And the Lord said he's going to take the cup from our hand and he's going to pass it to the so-called white man. And he's also going to take the cup of trembling, because at one point the Most High made Israel afraid of the so-called white man. All right, for a long period of time, niggas was really afraid of the white man, but the Most High is taking that fear off of Israel. All right, now the so-called white man is going back to being afraid of Israel. Yeah. All right, especially brothers in the truth. All right, coming back to who they are. So the scripture tell you that we was gonna stand upon our feet. All right, and that they was gonna be afraid. So that cup that's gonna go to the so-called white man is slavery. All right, that's why the Lord told the so-called white man to rejoice. All right. Because they had their time to rule, they had their rulership, all right? They conquered the earth, all right? They did whatever their heart wanted to, man, all right? But now it's time for them to pay with judgment, which is slavery. And the scripture tells you that we have to do double unto the so-called white man for what he did to us. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. The daughter of Zion is talking about the whole entire nation of Israel. So the Most High said our punishment, all right, our slavery is accomplished, all right? He will no more carry thee away into captivity. So the Most High is not allow the nation of Israel to go into captivity no more. Because when you go in the scriptures, they tell you in Hebrews 8 that the Lord is going to put his words in our inward parts. Because the reason we fell as a people is because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments. But in the kingdom, the Most High is going to reprogram us and make us perfect in the law, which we're not going to be able to sin, meaning we're never going to go into slavery anymore. All right? Because we went into slavery for breaking the law, statutes, and commandments. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom, and will discover thy sins. The daughter of Edom is the so-called white man. All you white people, not just the so-called American white man. You German white people, you French white people, you white people in Spain, you white people throughout in Russia, all right, in Poland, you white people throughout all the earth are going to go in slavery. It's not just isolated to the so-called white American.
Yeah, because when we speak here in New York City, down there on 34th and 7th, man, you be having sometimes them crackers from over tourists, yeah. And we be can you speak English? And sometimes they can't speak English, but sometimes they can. And we tell them, look, man, you white people are going into slavery. Y'all the devil. I'm not the devil. No, it wasn't me. It was the American white man that did your people wrong. Yeah, but y'all did our people wrong too. Because France, England, Germany, Russia, that belonged to Israel. All those areas in Europe were owned by Israelites, men of color, people of color. They were the true Europeans anyway. So y'all stole that from Israel anyway. So you stole the culture and the nationality and the lands of people of color, Israelites, so you can understand. Like England, which the word England, angel sons of Isaac.
Yeah.
Who were the angel sons of Isaac, man? Okay, the Israelites. Okay, all those characters that they make these so-called movies about the Dark Ages about, those were Israelites. Like the story of Robin Hood, Robin of Locksley. He was a so-called black man. Okay? You understand?
King James.
King James is a so-called black man. Okay? So, you understand what I'm saying? They did the movie Braveheart where Mel Gibson played the Scot. The Scottish was the real Scots were black. And we got books, documented facts on this. And even Eustace Mullins knows that was the truth, because in that documentary that Eustace Mullins did, he brought out that the real people of Europe came from, were dark. They were dark-skinned, you know? So them so-called top white scholars, they know this to be the truth, but they won't bring it out because there's a media block on that, man. You understand? But sometimes the truth, the Spirit of the Lord allows